For today's Green Room post, I'm going to show you how to get great tone using your fingers. Now, one of the most key things for you to do is maybe take your phone, if you've got a recording app on there, and just listen to yourself practice, because often we don't realize that we're playing buzzy notes using our left hand, not getting close enough to the fret. You want to actually be right up against the edge of that fret so that you're not on the edge of this side of the fret. You want to be on the, if you're facing the bass, you want to be just on the left side of that fret instead of far over on the right hand side of the other fret. So if I'm playing a C, I want to be right up, snug up over here so that I'm close to that fret. And if you start going over it, it'll start to make a noise. But if you're too far down here, you get that kind of a sound. And you may not notice it when you're practicing, or if you're in the band and you're playing with the band, you can't really hear it. But I tell you what, it's a nasty sound, and you might not notice it, but other people hear it in the sound. You're just grooving away, you might not notice it. So remember to keep your left hand playing right up there against that fret, and then making sure when you strike it, you're not playing it too softly as well. If you don't hold it hard enough, you can start to do that as well. So a good solid press right there next to the fret. Sometimes your bass might not be set up right, and you might be getting those buzz notes on certain frets. So test your bass out, walk through all the notes, and hear if there's a buzzy part of your bass. You might need to go to the store or get some information on how to set up your bass. You might even find it in our Green Room post, how to set up your bass. You can Google it. Make sure that your bridge over here is high up enough and the nut's working properly so that you've got enough space and clearance for the string all through the neck, so it's not buzzing. That's the first way to get a good sound. The second way, using your fingers, is going to be what you do with your right hand. And you can use your thumb sometimes for really nice, pillowy, kind of soft tunes. I'll sometimes play. And that's really got a little bit of a different, more warm tone using my thumb as opposed to my fingers, because I kind of tend to dig in a bit more with my fingers. So you can use your thumb to play nice. And the last thing I want to show you about your fingers that can make a big difference when you're playing is this. The use of hammer-ons. So if I'm playing, I'm going to play a G over here on the 5th fret of my D string. I might want to hammer on up to it. So I'm hammering on from an F up to the G. You can use a hammer-on, which is using your fingers here but not playing the note, so you're playing that note and then just hammering onto that one. It's called a hammer-on, and that's a cool way to get a nice different sounding note using your fingers. What a fun one, guys, and I'll catch you on the next Green Room post.